years ago, doing a course, and my mother was in the British Navy.
She was a Wren?
Yes, she was a Wren. I guess she was thrilled to be able to come and see India. She'd always wanted to.
Partners. Go with Mala. Tam, ipdi ottar pandrele, correct? Huh?
Where does your heart lie now? From the east or the west?
I think it's with me right now.
Vali Sabaya is 22 and comes from England.
You lived all your young days in England?
Yeah, in fact, soon after I was born, I was taken to England. After that, till I finished school, I was in England.
So you were there in England for best part of 16 years?
16 years.
Whereabouts were you?
In London, Barnes, North London.
What was your father doing there?
He's a doctor.
When you decided to come here to learn dancing at 16, after living in England almost all your life, was that difficult?
It was difficult at first. Cultural differences, you know. Their life is different and here life is different. People are different and you had to adjust a lot. Initially it was very difficult, but after some time I accepted this is India and that is England. It's different and I can't expect one to be like the other. Then it's fine.
Vali lives with her uncle's family and cycles into Kalakshetra every day. If the transition from England to India was strange for her, the contrast between Kalakshetra and the Indian world outside is almost as great. Kalakshetra may be a sanctuary for classical arts, but it's also considered holy and demands Vali's total devotion. At the center of the compound, there's a new theatre. It's also a kind of temple dedicated to Shiva, god of the dance, and should be completed in a few days' time, ready for the annual festival. Whatever their religion, the dancers are closely bound to Shiva, the spirit of Kalakshetra. That's why Bharatanatyam dancers are sometimes called the brides of God.
Will you please? Angikam bhuvanam yasya vachikam sarva vangmayam. We always begin our dance, either the performance or the class work, with the invocation. Satvikam Shivam. It's an address to Lord Shiva, who is the divine dancer. It says, we bow to this great being who has the world as his body and whose vocal expression is all the existing sounds, and he has that as his language. And he wears the moon and the starry firmament as ornaments. And to this great cosmic consciousness which pervades the universe, to this being, we bow. Now in the dance, the hand gestures are very important because they convey the meaning of the words in the song. So we would like to show you the various hand gestures first. Vajurakhyo ardhachandrascha aralashukatundakaha mushtischa kapittah katakamukaha suchi chandrakala padmakoshas sarpashirastatha mrgashirshas simhamukaha gulascha alapadma. There are about 23 of them in this verse. Now we will do the eye exercises, and you chant the verse which give the names of the eye movements. Samam alokitam sachi pralokita nimilite. This must be practiced hundreds of times. Anuvrattecha.
An immense vocabulary of expressions has to be learned. Movements of eyes, arms, hands, feet and face put together and synchronized to music to tell a story.
The other day, a gopi went to the river Gopi is a cow herdess. She's holding a pot on her head. She goes to the river to collect water. That's the river. And she sees lotuses in the river. That's the lotus. She sees a reflection, and that of Sri Krishna. Then she looked up to see whether he's there, and he smiled. And she was very shy and turned away and hid his face.
The dancer's greatest skill lies in expressing a range of deep emotions, from love to self-surrender.
That is daya, the karuna, compassion. Now,
Compassion.
yeah, I will show how that works. Now, if you respond to something beautiful, you admire. And if you feel love, you feel ecstasy, and you open up. Then you, because of that love, you give. And you give in sympathy to younger or lower forms of creation. If it is affection, it comes to the equals. When it is given to the divine, then I offer my whole being and offer my affection, reverence unto him. That is total surrender of oneself. The dance has got a quality which it opens up our inner nature. That is what is more important.
Our inner nature?
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Our spiritual psyche, if I can put it that way. And that is our higher nature, which is very sensitive, beautiful, and always a happy one. And that, it opens up that side of us. And then we express that nature in our art form. Art should always be a refining force, a force that makes a man better. You see, all our Indian dancing was intended to understand life and also to give the right path for living for the future generations. You see, the purpose was that we should express that which is beautiful, that which makes refinement, so that they absorb it and all the experiences they go through in life is made better.
Kalakshetra's approach to music demands intense concentration and the ability to memorize almost at once whatever the tutor plays. Students come from all over the world to the Music Academy, like Ludwig Pesch from West Germany.
Indian music is, I would say, the most developed classical system outside of Europe. I've tried my hand at Arabian music, at least I was interested in that. But I found the South Indian music so much more differentiated, rational in its approach. At the same time, it has so much emotional quality. You're at home on both sides if you want to develop that in music as an artist.
And what about the teacher? What kind of a guru is he?
He's just the right person for that because he's uncompromising in his way of teaching. He's not making any fuss, there's not much talk. There are no vanities, but he's from a very great tradition of South Indian flute music.